Hey YouTube, this is Matt here, and it's been a little bit since I've done a video, but me and my brother, we were just doing some Father's Day shopping at Academy, and I happen to have a Academy gift card and saw this new Kukri machete from Cold Steel with a very cool modern packaging. Used to, the machetes, they would come in bags, and this really caught my eye. I was considering buying a new Kukri machete just so that I would have two, but and I would do that on Amazon, but I saw this at Academy and decided to go ahead and pull the trigger. And I really like how they packaged this. So when you had the bag, you'd have to try to take it out of the bag to fill the knife or whatever, but now you can feel the grip without opening up the package. And the first thing I noticed, as to compare it to the old Kukri, this one I've had for about 5 years, is this PVC handle or whatever it's made out of is very rough on the hands. It's very hard, and it's almost kind of feels like a cheese grater or something. It's just has a lot of texture. It's not going to slip out of the hand, but the problem is when you're doing a whole lot of work, it's eventually, let's see, 1 second. 1, 2, 3. See the lines on my hands? You can imagine if you were chopping into some wood what might happen. It's going to give you blisters after a while. But with this, it's not rubbery, but it's definitely softer and kind of has some sponginess to it, and I like that. Let's see, so it talks about, you know, it's 1055 steel. That's not an improvement. And if Cold Steel, if you're watching, this says protect the tiger. I don't know what that means. I mean, I saw a tiger and that looks really cool. Maybe you're donating a part of the proceeds to an anti-poaching program or something like that, but I'd really like some more explanation of what protect the tiger means. Of course, if you watch the videos, this will give you basically the paragraph or the reading that happens in the Cold Steel videos online. We have some specs. It weighs a pound, a 13-inch blade, and a polypropylene checkered handle. And we have some type of thing where we could pull up the video. So that's really neat. Let's do some unboxing. So I'll get out the trusty Tough Light. Okay. Oh yes. Okay. Before I get to the blade, and I forgot the correct sheath for the other one. In fact, let's cut the film real quick so I can compare it. Alright, I have the old sheath. I've used this thing and used this thing. You can see some rust on the buttons. You can see it's the exact same construction, but there's a major difference. Look how floppy this thing is. This one isn't as floppy, and I really enjoy that. The snaps are much easier. The loop appears to have better stitching, and I love it's not as floppy. See, look. Wimpy, wimpy, wimpy. Hefty, hefty, hefty. But I could make some more jokes, but it wouldn't be quite appropriate. So that's a plus. Put that by the plastic one. And another thing I notice is, oh, look at, that's a huge burr. This machete is not ready to use at all. And that's the same way this one came. You know, basically, if you can't sharpen a knife, I wouldn't recommend a Cold Steel machete. There's some other ones I think they do sharpen. I think the Gladius, they somewhat sharpen. The Jungle machete. But these Kukri machetes, they do not sharpen from the factory. It's just kind of a blunt bevel. In fact, if you were to use this on a piece of bamboo like my brother has in the past, mine didn't do it, but we just went out and used the blades as is. We chopped a piece of bamboo, and with that big huge burr, I'm not sure if you could see it.
Ew, hold it.
You got it?
I don't know. I have sunglasses on.
Okay. There's a burr, and it's not a microscopic burr. It's like a piece of metal doing this. It will literally take a chunk out of the blade.
Yeah, it happened to mine.
So you definitely want to sharpen this thing up and put a proper edge before you go out and use it. So that's a major flaw. They're easy to sharpen. It's just you have to have the equipment and you have to have the knowledge. And
all you need is a belt sander, right?
A belt sander, and if you have like a triangle sharp maker or some DMT sharpening rods to finish it off. There's also a tool from Harbor Freight that I really like, but a belt sander is key. I have a 1x30 from Harbor Freight, and you can get one for about 50 bucks. So the handles better, let's see. It looks pretty much identical. And another thing to note is, look, they actually have a logo now. And let's see if you can zoom in on the logo.
Yeah, that's
South Africa from Cold Steel. And there's nothing on this side. I really do like that logo. It kind of gives me more pride of ownership. And also, I don't know, I like to know where the product is made. I like to have a logo. I mean, like when I carry around my Tough Light, I have a logo. Why not my machete, you know? So I think that's really a good move. Something we noticed at the store is we grabbed 3 of these machetes, and all the logos are inconsistent. It's just like a huge boom, it's a stamp or a press. And you can see the C-O-L-D in cold. It's not quite as visible as South Africa or Steel, but I still think that's a great move, and I definitely enjoy the fact that it's on there.
The Kukuris, the logos will, we put them in order from good, bad, or best.
Yeah, and this was the best one. This just try to chop at some vegetation. Obviously we can't, in fear that I've damaged the Kukuri, I'm not going to try any hard stuff. That kind of worked. It's working, but it's just not as good as its finished edge. Let's try this again. That's working. So I guess if you were in a bind, if you got one of these from the factory, you can do some light vegetation, but really this edge, you're just going to damage it if you try to chop any wood or bamboo. So I highly recommend actually sharpening the edge before you go out and work.
Yeah, if you want to do cold boiled or paper, you'll really see a big difference.
Yeah, there's no, I mean, I'm not going to, I try to respect knives, so I'm not going to put it on my skin. But it's really dull. And I got this for around $20 at Academy, so the price has not changed at all. But overall, the comfort in the handle and the logo and the sheath are improved immensely. I mean, I can't tell you how much I really enjoy the new sheath. And it's just going to be so much of a joy to use with this new handle. And maybe I can do some filming sharpening if my brother's around. If he's not around, I won't be able to film it. But thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this. And Cold Steel, please tell me about the Tiger. So I'm curious about that. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.